Hello, misguided and deluded photographers, videographers and content creators. I start this way not to offend you, but to wake you up from the unreal dream in which you are living. This discovery also concerns me, because I'm also part of the statistics that we will talk about today. Now I will briefly share the truth about the photo and video equipment on the market in 2020. I don't know how the situation is in your corner of the world, but at least here in Eastern Europe, I don't know a person who has managed to make a good income from a photo or video business. Yes, there are few that can do that for sure, but 99% of people can't compete with them, not because of the equipment they can never afford, but because of the connections with big companies, politicians and influential people, which again they will never have. The only ones who actually make money are camera manufacturers, enslaving you for years to pay for their total junk, which you may never use. But let's get back to the topic: misguided and deluded photographers and videographers. Let's start with Canon. Everyone is talking about their DSLR revolution in 2008 with Canon 5D Mark II and full-frame HD video. Yes, it was a revolution then. But today, 12 years later, what did the Canon offer you? 3 cameras: EOS R, R5 and R6, the first one with the most horrible soft picture ever made, and the crop factor that makes APS-C and Micro Four Thirds true champions. The second and third R5 and R6 with a resolution that no one wants, and even more with brutal thermal limit that everyone hated at Sony, and which literally turned both Canon cameras into absolute rubbish on the subject of video recording. Oh yes, I almost forgot that they had another parody called RP, often but not accidentally called RIP, because apart from its price, nothing else worth it, and this camera is absolutely dead in 2020. In fact, there is one product that Canon made, and for me it is an absolute best among all photo products of 2019 and 2020, and it's not a camera but EF to RF adapter with built-in ND filter. This is a product that really deserves my admiration and respect for Canon. But unfortunately this cannot be said for the other products in their range. Of course, they have their C or cinema line like C300 Mark III and C500 Mark II, but for every one of us it will never exist. We all know why. Sony, a great market share, exceptional innovation in technology, and at the same time cameras that are anything but reliable. A design that is anything but great, and finally a product that has everything but soul and content. Since they sell so much, we probably deserve it. In fact, they, like Canon, had only one great product. Again, I'm talking about us, the ordinary people, not the ones with a silver spoon in their mouth, and those with a hell of a budget. A product that is exceptional, at least for now, of course. We are talking about A7S Mark III. Phenomenal video camera, really, but only the time will tell how things will develop for it in the near future. At this stage, well done Sony. You also have your one good product. Olympus. Oh, this will be difficult for me because my favorite lenses are Olympus Pro, and I own about 5 of them. Olympus made Pen F some time ago. Okay, I understand. It looks cool and retro, but they totally went crazy with this retro design. That's why they went bankrupt. Their latest model was also a complete tragedy. Why? Well, because they asked 10 photographers how to do it, and there you go, they had 10 clients for the mixed model, which by the way cost as much as Niagara Falls. Nikon, in general, has cool models and great features, but at the end, I don't know why, but no one took them seriously, and I have no idea why they don't have a lot of sales. Perhaps the lack of affordable 2.8 lenses and the lack of variety and budget zoom lenses keep the brand in one place. Personally, if you ask me, I don't like the color menu and the ugly font of the menu in Nikon. Many users also complain about moire and aliasing. I'm talking about the video part, of course, as well as the fact that the video picture itself look a bit strange. A few years back, a friend of mine told me, if you want good still pictures, buy a Nikon. If you want a good video, buy Canon. It was like that until a few years ago. Now it seems to be quite the opposite. The Nikons are very good for video and close to the leaders, while Canon seems to be good only for photos. Panasonic. I personally use this brand, and you think I will praise them, right? Yes, I like Panasonic, but that doesn't mean that everything is tip-top with them. Now, I'll tell you why. Super poor performance in the dark of the entire GH range, except for the GH5S. Recently, I had to use a camera service for a camera with only 300 shutter counts. The local Panasonic service refused the warranty by not accepting my online payment for a document. Yes, I also have a full-frame Panasonic, which is very good camera but extremely expensive. And for 2020, it has completely unreasonable pricing. None of the customers care that the mount is Leica. But when they see the price of the lenses, well, the opposite happens. We came to Blackmagic Design. Some time ago, I sharply criticized them for problems with DaVinci. But now, speaking of cameras, I think the Pocket 4K is probably the best choice in my opinion for 2020. Although the camera is already about 2 years old, menu fabulous, that must become a standard for all cameras. Picture quality lovely, and raw video recording in a camera with a format like a photo camera. Double ISO, which will make shooting in the dark really fun. For $1,000 or something, there is no other similar camera on the market. Negatives. Of course there is. Super poor battery life. The screen is great, but a little weak for outdoor shooting. Lack of built-in ND filter and other similar extras. Terrible autofocus, etc. However, compared to everyone else, for me Blackmagic are great and I admire them warmly. What I don't like about them lately is that they are moving towards price increase, which disappoint their future customers a bit. If the next Pocket is priced at the same as previous one, but has more features, I think they will really be on top. Zcam and Kinefinity are beyond my command, because I never had the chance to try them out. But the others mentioned in this video have been used by me personally. Let's also mention Atomos. The noise around them is huge right now. Maybe not as much as the noise of their fan, but they have a ProRes RAW 1000 or 1500 nit brightness and many video assist features in their monitors. Unfortunately, when you buy Ninja V, the first thing that you see is the yellow screen, which is much more different from what you expect. And instead of helping you, it will lie to you about the colors. A recorder that literally eats batteries, and I speak about NPF batteries that are quite powerful. A recorder that heats up for sure 2 times more than Canon R5 and R6, and on which you can fry eggs, in combination with an oven, with a built-in fan, noisy as a hairdryer, and often unusable exactly because of the noise it creates. Manufacturers need to understand once and for all that the golden formula has 2 simple explanations that are actually the same, but they are secret X key to the success. In one version they are called the IKEA model. Reasonable prices with very good quality and durability. The second description is Chinese pricing and Japanese quality. I know it is not easy to achieve, but in today's crazy, confused and extremely poor world, this is the only formula for success. Wake up, dear friends, and stop buying new junk that is no different from the old ones. The difference is that you get poorer while you think you are becoming professional. A pathetic picture in which unfortunately I also participate. But I think this will change soon. I have one word for you: resist. Resist the temptation and don't fall into the trap of the big scammers, the manufacturers of photo and video equipment, the ones who are also the producers of your own misery and poverty. Go outside and live your real life without cameras and the weight and the misery that they create on you. Peace.